destructors, we will go for it. Today we'll talk about destructor in oops. Again problem. Radha Krishna. Voice problem. So they are removing from class. So here, destructors in oops I am going to enter. Is my voice is clear now? Destructors in oops I will start. Okay. Now trying to move to the further. I am going to, what is the need of destructors in oops and how it is related to garbage collector? I am going to discuss. Let us start the importance of destructor. Whether we will write a destructors in oops or not, we will discuss, and how it is important, how it is not important in real time, but how it is important in entry point of view. I'll give complete knowledge about it. Okay, look into this. File, new, others, and say Python. Program for demonstrating the need of what? Destructor. So I'm writing class employee. There I'm talking def underscore init underscore of self comma envo comma and name. I just wrote it. Self dot envo is equal to envo. Self dot name is equal to name. Self dot name is equal to name. Print off I'm printing there. Employee number and employee name I will print. So here I'm writing print off. I am from constructor. There I'm writing self dot envo comma self dot what I'm writing? Name I'm writing. Self dot envo, self dot name I'm writing. Self dot envo, self dot name I'm writing. So I'm going to write it. Coming to the point of it, main program I'm going to write it. Main program. EO1 is equal to employee. EO1 dot just like this. What this is called? Object creation makes the PVM to call parameterized constructor. I hope that you are remembering that this is known as parameterized constructor. Object creation makes the PVM to call parameterized constructor. What is the data printed? I'm getting this answer, parameterized constructor, and now the data is getting initialized and the values are printed. So execute that. Here I did not write anything, no destructor, nothing is there. Class constructor I wrote it and I created my object. So here non-destructor example1.py. Non-destructor example1.py. Go to the place. Here, oops, destructor I will write it. Destructors I am writing. If that is the case, now see students, I wrote it like this. Now coming to this place, here I am going to write it. Now I am going to enter into this place. CMD I said, enter into this place. Here I am going to write it. E colon, CD, KVR, Python, and 6 PM, CD, oops, and CD, destructor. Py, in this is my program name available. Try to run it, py, non-destructor example1.py. So I got it, problem. I need to pass the data. What is the data here? 10 comma rs. Well, I need to pass the data or not, right? So 10 is pointing, EO1 is pointing to that. 10 is positioning this ENO. RS is pointing to this data. Try to run this code. Now I got 10 and RS. I'll create one more object. EVO2. I'll write EVO2. I'm writing EVO2. 20 I'm saying. And I'm saying here TR. You run this code. See students, I got another parameterized constructor is calling like this. So now this place I'll take one more object and one more time constructor is calling. EVO3. So this overall conclusion says that the total data, because pass some 30, say something like MC here. You are passing this many values. Understood? So here I'm writing program execution started, print off. Here I'm writing program execution started. Important. Program execution started. And program execution started. At the end of it, I will write it here. Program execution ended. As you know that the moment when program execution is started and ended, the program execution started and ended. What is happening? The moment when program execution is started, memory space is created for what? EO1. Memory space is created for EO2. Memory space is created for EO3. When execution is completed, ended, what next happens? The memory space what is created for EO1, EO2, EO3, the moment when execution is completed, internally what happens? The created memory space automatically removed by garbage collector. Automatically, because you learned already in my class, in the beginning of the lectures, you learned it. In the features of Python, you learned it. Factor number 2, garbage collector. Behind the Python program, a garbage collector is one of the Python background program, which is running along with a regular Python program, whose role is that to collect unused memory space and improves the performance of Python-based applications. Hence, garbage collector takes care about automatic memory management. That means, whatever the objects are created, whose memory space destruction will be done at the end of the program automatically. To destroy the object's memory space automatically, behind this non-destructor program, one program is running. What is that program called? Garbage collector. But am I writing here? No. Automatically it is available. You need not to write. Automatically it is available. Correct or not? Available. Like what? Human being birth starts from 0 year, first year, second year, like that it is going to be 100 years. Lifespan of the human being over. 101 year is coming. Garbage collector will collect away that object automatically. That is called a universal truth. You don't tell this example, very dangerous example. Just how to convert a layman to the coding. After I explain the example at 7:40, you are extraordinary, and you'll forget this example. And how I start very low, very zero level doubt. This is an example. This is called what? Natural garbage collection. Natural. 101 years means great person. In my village, there is one person is there. 108 years still he is there. 108 years last year. 3 months back, celebrate. All our village people celebrated. Even through my friend, I sent some bouquet to him through my side also. 108 years means great now. Still he will walk. He will read the newspaper without specs also. You people cannot find the friend who is standing there. And you cannot stand on the desk for half an hour. Why? Legs pain, hands pain, hip pain. So many pains you have. He will walk also. So great person, right or not? So like that. This is called what? Still great. 108. Maybe garbage collector, maybe forget. We should not say still long life. Maybe garbage collector, maybe wrong coding. The superpower, maybe forget that object. So in the middle of it, some objects will be destroyed. That is called forceful garbage collection. Forceful. Garbage collections are of two types. Forceful garbage collection, automatic garbage collection. Automatically our objects are destroyed. Automatically objects are destroyed at the end of the program execution. That is known as what? Automatic garbage collection. So here I did not write any sort of destructor garbage collection code. Nothing I wrote it. Started and ended. At the end of it, no more objects will be residing. Sir, how can I know that? I want to know that. I will write the code of destructor. Actually, in software industry, we don't write the destructor and the garbage collector. We never bother about it. Let me tell the relation between destructor and the garbage collector. Actual code which destroy the object memory space at the end of the program is a destructor only. Who will destroy the memory space of an object? Destructor. That destructor code written inside of what? Garbage collector. So who is an upper layer running behind of my program? Garbage collector. Garbage collector contains which code? Destructor. That means garbage collector already contains destructor code. Running. Are you following? What it will destruct? Whichever program you are executing, that is garbage collector will study which objects are there. That objects will pass automatically to its garbage collector. That will be removed. So you need not write your own destructor in the program because garbage collector automatically contains what? Its own destructor is present. You need not write the destructor by yourself. This is the first point you have to remember. Every single garbage collector which is present in the Python program contains inbuilt destructor program. You need not write the destructor program by yourself. If you are interested to know about it, now I am writing it. For your additional knowledge, extraordinary knowledge, we will go for it. I'll copy the same thing. Go to the program. With the memory space measurement, I will show you. Go to the place. Here I am writing. Destructor example 1.py. Demonstrating the need of destructor. Now I am going to write employee. Destructor example 2.py. Class employee. Here I wrote it. Printed. Now I am writing. First time. What is the syntax for constructor? What is the syntax for constructor here? Def underscore init underscore of self, comma, what? Parameters and everything you will take it. And you will write some block of statements. I hope you are following me. Are you following that? Now I am writing def. Come on. I will write destructor example. I am writing underscore del of only self. If we pass object address, that is more than enough to destroy that object. It won't bother about what? It won't bother about the values and all. Once an object is deleted, it is more than enough to destroy the object. Are you following? This is called a destructor definition. This is called a constructor definition. We will write a constructor in the program. We don't write the destructor in the program because destructor was defined by ROSM in garbage collector. You don't plan to write your own destructor in your own program. Why? You are not a team of ROSM. ROSM is already developed. You enjoy that facility. You don't try to define anything by yourself. If at all you are interested, now I am writing today def underscore del underscore of self. Print of what I am writing gc. Here I will write \t. Here I will write \t. Here I will write what \t. So here \t. Like this I will write it. Format of self like that. Here I am writing gc calls. Garbage collector calls underscore del. underscore underscore del for removing, for deallocating the memory space, for deallocating the memory space, for deallocating the memory space. Come on, what is happening? You observe it carefully. All the students. Actually, it is not necessary, but still I'm writing. The moment when you write your own destructor in the program of your class, PVM first gives you preference for executing your destructor. After that, definitely it will call its own destructor. Since you written, it will execute. Plus, it will call its own destructor. Come on, line number 13 executed, line number 14 build, line number 15 object build, 16 object also build. Program execution ended. The moment when program execution ended, what is happening? Destructor will be called. How many times? 3 times. For what purpose? To destroy EO1 object, for destroying EO2 object, for destroying EO3 object. First time when this object is getting completed in the 17th line, whatever order you created, in the same order that will be destroyed. Right or not? So one EO1, first it will send to this place, it will execute, removed. EO2, removed. EO3, removed. See that now? How many objects will created? 3. How many times destructor will call? 3 times for removing 3 different objects. Because self-related functions are called object-related only. Understood that? Let us execute. Online students, carefully follow. Destructor example 1.py. Save this now. Go to the E colon, say 6 p.m. I'm going to take it here. Oops, here. Under that, destructor, execute this code. Execute this code. See students, py. I'm writing. Destructor execute 1.py. I'm going to get this data now. EO1, EO2, EO3. See the answer now. The moment when it is getting completed, automatically what is happening? Program execution ended. GC calls del function, del function, del function. Are you following this? So, how many times it is called? Why 3 times called? I'll write for just fun, just for something. 5 seconds. Time is what? Import what? Time. Time. After 5 seconds, GC calls that. Execute. See, 5 seconds waiting. After 5 seconds, that will be coming to that. So here it is coming. GC calls. See that this is waiting. It is a build ending. Within 5 seconds, that is calling. Are you following? This is related to what? Is it necessary to write a destructor in the Python program? No need. Automatically, GC contains destructor. People will ask you a question. What is the relation between destructor and garbage selector? What is your answer? GC contains destructor or destructor contains GC? GC contains destructor. Understand? Where GC present? Destructor is a function defined inside of what? GC. GC is also one function. Where is that GC present in? Destructor present in? That code is written in GC. GC present in where? Built-ins. Good. So don't tell GC present in Python. GC present in one class is there, object class is there. In inheritance, I will tell you that. In inheritance, in the syntax, there is a 5th point is there. In that 5th point, I will tell you. Right now, don't worry. That is present in object class. Right now, don't worry. Destructor is defined inside of GC. From where GC will come, I will tell you that what. That you right now, don't worry about it. Is it clear? So how many objects are created? How many times destructor is calling? 3 times. Online students, immediately try to respond. Is it clear about that? Now I'm entering into the next stage. Next stage. Actually, I can say today itself. What is that heading I will keep? I'll tell. Destructor is not necessary to write in the Python program. And I will go to next chapter called data encapsulation. I'll say. What you will feel? Negative feeling. Because even psychology. What is that? Sir want to skip. That's why he is not explaining. 101% that feeling will come. Even I am the student, I'll get that feeling. But why that feeling? But that too, 100% knowledge is required on every topic. That's why I'll go for that. I'll explain now. Not an issue. But at the end of it, I will ask you, is it necessary? No, not necessary. Now I will ask you. 2.py I am talking. Carefully try to follow. Students, now here I am writing the memory space. Try to remove this spot. Here I am writing objects are constructed. Carefully try to follow. I'm talking about the memory space calculation I'm talking. Memory space calculation. Some people will ask an entry point of view. How do you determine the memory space of an object? Memory space of an object. Every object will take some memory space or not? How to determine? For that, something like this. Memory space, MSP is equal to, there is a function name called what? Get size of. Get the size of. Get the size of. Pass EO1. Every function of Python belongs to what? Module. The module name is called sys. Sys.get size of. What is sys? Predefined module. Predefined module. Time is the predefined module. Sys is the predefined module. Right now I need sys. Sys is the predefined module. Module.get size of. You want to print? You print. EO1 object memory space. EO1 object memory space is equal to comma what? MSP. You say here you try to print. You try to print. Students, carefully try to understand and run this. Here I'm going to say py. Now here you see EO1 object memory space is equal to 48. Are you able to follow now? 48. So EO1 object memory space is equal to 48. First object takes 48. Second object also, if you want, I will write it. EO sys dot memory space of EO2. EO2. plus what next? I will take up like this, EO3, and say that total memory space of an object, total, total memory space, total memory space of all objects is equal to MSP. TOT memory space. If you want to TOT memory space is equal to, I'll take up. Here I will take up. Done. Execute 48 plus 48 plus 48. 348s. 144. Calculations రావు గుర్తుండదు. They are all problems. Correct? So see the answer now. 144. 144. 340 is 120. 3 8 is 24. 120 plus 24. 148. Blindly. Need not to take pen or paper 48 into 3 multiplying and all. Some shortcuts required, some intelligence required. All those things 144. So in this 144, first time when I execute, what is my answer? 144. This is initial memory space. When first object removed, what is the memory space? 98. When another object is removed, what is the memory space? 48. When another last object also removed, what is the memory space? Is it not monitoring my garbage collector memory space removing? Come on. Yes. How to do this? Now I'm going to talk about it. Let's go. There's a total memory space of all objects printed. Now I'm going to say program execution ended. Program execution ended. Now I'm going to give you program execution ended. Now I'm writing the destructor here. Go to the place. Here I'm writing like this. Going to this place, DEF __ del __ of self. GC calls del for deallocating the memory space. Tell me, I will print object ID. Deallocating the memory space of I will write it. Dot format of ID of what? Self I'm writing. ID of self I'm writing. I think you are following that. ID of self I'm writing. Getting my point? Done. See students, first object removed. When first object removed, I have to reduce that EO1 memory space from where? TOT memory space. What is the statement I have to write it? What is the statement I have to write it here? Can you tell me now? What is the memory space here? 144. 144 minus of what? That object is removed or not? How do you write it? TOT memory space is equal to TOT memory space minus ఎందుకండి అసలు sysr dot get a size of self I need to write. Why self? If EO1 is there, EO1 related data gone. Next EO2 related data gone. EO3 related data, different addresses will come this memory space. And I'll print now. I'll write it now. I will write now. Available memory space. Now available memory space is equal to dot format of what? TOT memory space. TOT memory space I wrote it. TOT memory space I will write it. Now will it execute or not? Will it execute or not? Option A ఏమో తెలియదు. Option C will see on the screen. Option A don't know. Option C will see on the screen. Option D whatever you say we will listen. Option D where we are we don't know. So here this is going to be giving error. What is that error? Unbound local error, because this is a global variable present in the program. You are trying to modify inside the function definition. That is called a global keyword is required. I'll open your flashback. I'll open because I want to show you wherever it is possible. I'll try to keep some pressure. If you are good student, if you are this type of student, which is this type of, that is different. This type of student means like this. You know that? Don't know. So when we want to modify global variable value inside the function definition, then global variable names must be preceded with the global keyword. Otherwise we get unbound local error. Local variables must be referenced before assignment. This I was explained like everything I said like that. But you people are Ghazanis and different people. You will not remember. So coming to the point back, execute this now. Go to this place. You don't write anything like that. See the answer, what is happening. You will be getting what? See that unbound local error. See such a big error I got it. Unbound local error. Already explained or not? Explained. So that's why students, you people are not serious about studies. Global, what is this now? TOT memory space. Like this. You execute, global is required. Now after that, I will say time dot what? Sleep of 10 seconds, I'll write it. This is 10 is called seconds. Seconds. Execute it. See carefully. Systematically you observe it. It is called what? Go to the place. Here I will write it. Time I will write it. Time comma I wrote it. Time dot sleep I said. Execute this now. See this carefully. 144 seconds. You will be getting the memory space. See that 10 seconds getting completed. GC deallocated the memory space of 5616. Memory space is left out is what? 96. Second object also gone, 5711. Now available memory space is 48. Third object also gone. It is called what? 0. Such a crystal clarity I am showing here. Default constructor whose ID is equal to dot format of ID of what? Self. Which object you are building? I'm just going to say. So what happens? One more. So try to run this. See this now carefully. Try to see. These are the objects which are initialized with this data. After 10 seconds, you see what is happening here. Whatever is built, that is deallocated here. Deallocated with what? 144, 96, 48, 0. This is how garbage collector runs internally. While I was explaining the GC definition, I said further I will show you. I said this is a place. Do you understand? If anybody asks you tomorrow what is the garbage collector and how it runs, will you show this code? Yes. So they will understand that garbage collector is running. So is it really necessary to write the code up? No need. My program number 1 is enough. First program is enough. Only thing is, for an extra knowledge is concerned, I'm just showing you that this is the available memory space. How it is deallocated, I'm showing its calculation for you. This is a perfect example for how garbage collector runs internally. Clear or not clear? Clear. So, students in online, I hope you are getting me. So, there is no answers are coming. You are sitting like very much relaxed. Saturday, weekend, online class, underground activity. Sunday, enjoyed a lot. Monday, feeling tired. 3 days, totally free. Tuesday, they will come to the class. That is how the things are going on. Time dot sleep of 10. This is time is a module. Make the PVM to pause for a few seconds. Like that, it is going to be done. So next I'll go to one more thing. So where the objects are collected, here all the objects are objects memory space, destroyed by whom? Destroyed by destructor by running what? Garbage collector. By running what? Garbage collector. By running garbage collector, automatically at the end of what? Program execution. This kind of process, this kind of garbage collection, this kind of what? Garbage collection is called automatic garbage collection. Automatic garbage collection. Are you able to follow now? This kind of garbage collection is called automatic garbage collection. Okay, good. Now students, I want to tell you forceful garbage collection also I want to tell you. Clear? First of all this one. Next, I'll go for the forceful garbage collection. Let me ask one question. So this is known as which definition? Constructor definition it is. I'm getting tension whether you will answer my question or not. Will you answer up? Try. Definitely you will answer up. Destructor definition. You will try or you will answer up? You will try. Who will call constructor? PVM. During what? Object creation. Who will call destructor? Garbage collector. During end of the program execution. These are compulsory questions. If you have clarity about PVM and GC, that's more than enough. Constructors will be called by PVM to initialize the object during object creation. Garbage collector calling the GC, garbage collector calling the destructor at the end of the program execution. That is known as what? Automatic garbage collection. Got my point? Yes. Coming to the next point here. I'll go to the next point here. So go to this place. Memory space also created. Next I'm going to enter into this area. I carry this now. Go to this place. File, new, others, say Python. Look at this. So here I'm writing 3.py. That 3.py says what? This line I already wrote in the last automatic garbage collection. Now I'm going to say what? Forceful garbage collection I want to say. Look at EO1 object is build. What is the need of forceful garbage collection? Suppose you are coming to the classes. You want to attend 5 classes. So you bought, this is a bag, first class books, second class books, third class books, like that 4th class, 5th class books you are bringing. This is your bag and you are carrying that bag. You are coming to this. Okay. Finally, what is happening? First class is over. Second class over. Third class also over. When 4th class, 5th class is available at 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock. But still morning class books are there in the bag only. Are you feeling heavyweight or not? What should I do now? When my first class is over, I want to send my books I want to clear my books. I want to keep my books in some place. Second class books are there, I want to keep it. Third class books, I'll keep it. So my application becomes lightweight or not? If I carry my books morning to evening with classes, it will be heavyweight for you. To avoid that problem, we will go forward. Forcible garbage collection is important. So here, line number 15, object is build. I'm writing one important. What is that? No longer interested, no longer interested, interested to maintain, no longer interested to maintain EO1 object, no longer interested to maintain EO1 object memory space, EO1 object memory space, no longer interested to maintain EO1 object memory space, no longer interested to maintain EO1 object memory space. Then what to do? I will say that time EO1 is equal to, I should write none. When I write EO1 is equal to none, that object will be eligible to be collected by what? GC. So why none data type is useful? To make to object, to nullify the object, to destroy the object purpose, we go for none. None data type in the beginning days we discussed. Why none data type is required? To destroy the object purpose, we use none. Making none means what? No existence. Making none. None means what? Destroy. So the moment when you write EO1 is equal to none, what is happening? GC calls. GC calls destructor. GC call destructor. GC call destructor forcefully. GC call destructor forcefully. At that point of time only. Similarly, after that, I am writing time dot sleep of 5 seconds. After that, the moment when you write it, this one I am writing here. Here I will write it. The moment when EO1 is equal to none, automatically it is calling. This one is calling. Next up, no longer interested to call. No longer interested to call. EO2 object memory space. Sleep. EO2 is equal to what? None. Of course, this EO. Here I will write it. Here I will write it. Here I will write it. EO2. This is calling. Here also I'll write with the timing for you to understand carefully. EO2 object created. No longer interested to maintain EO2 object memory space. Time dot sleep EO2. EO3 is equal to time dot sleep. I will write it. And no longer interested to maintain. Okay, that I am not writing. Let it be program execution ending. So EO3 is called which collection? Automatic. EO1, EO2 forceful. One person lived up to 108 years. One person lived only 8 years. 8 years, still 20 years time is there. Automatic garbage collection is 100 years above. 8 years is in the middle of life only. That is called what? Forceful garbage collection. Are you following? So let us, don't tell that example of 100 years, 120 years and all. This is if no longer interested to about object memory space, go for what? EO1 is equal to none, you make it. What is the condition for forceful garbage collection? Object is equal to none. Once you write it, GC will call the destructor automatically. Try to run. Online students, carefully try to follow. Destructor example 3.py. See students, py, destructor example 3. First object created. Within 5 seconds, what is calling? You see, GC call destructor of the memory space. Which destructor? EO1. Next, second object created. No longer interested to maintain what? EO2 memory space. Still called. Next is called what? Program execution will be over. Third object also, execution ending. Last part, it is going to destroy the last object. Last object is what? At the end. That is known as what? Automatic. Beginning are called what? Earlier one called at the end only. But now I made it to call in the beginning only. Na? If you are interested, you can remove this also. If you are interested, you can write up this part also here. What is that? No longer interested to maintain. No longer interested to maintain. This part also you can write it. Here also you can write it. This part also you can write it. This you can remove. So EO3 is equal to what? None. Sleep. Last. No, nothing is calling. Execute finally. So I'm going to say program execution started. First object built immediately using that object and destroying. Second one, no longer interested to maintain EO2. Destructor. Second object built. EO2 not interested. Calls. Third one also I'm calling. No longer interested to maintain EO3. I'm from parameterize constructor. No longer interested to take EO2. And it is going to be ending. Of course, I have to change the message over there. Program execution ended. At the end, nothing is calling. Nothing is calling means it is called what now? Forceful garbage collection completely. Students, are you okay? So this is comes under what program? Forceful garbage collection. How many ways are there to go for garbage collections? 2. One is automatic garbage collection, forceful garbage collection. Simple way. You take your mobile apps, take your mobile software when you buy it. In every 12 hours once, one program will run internally to remove the junk files which are available in your mobile. That is called what? Automatic cleaning your device for your highest performance purpose. Boosting the device performance purpose, the destructor concept is available. If you want to clean by yourself, there is one app and one setting is there, which you can remove the junk files in the middle of it also. That is known as what? Forceful garbage collection, automatic garbage collection. Clear or not clear? Clear. Shall I move to the further? Right. This is called forceful garbage collection. Previous program is what? Automatic garbage collection. Let us move to the further. Now I'm entering into the further. One more technique is there for automatic, for forceful garbage collection. See students, 4.py. 4.py. Demonstrating the need of destructor. Now coming to here, what is written? EO1 is equal to none. EO2 is equal to none. EO3 is equal to none. I will write instead of EO1 is equal to none. I will ask a question. How do you remove an object completely? Come on. What is that? మీకు గట్టిగా చెప్పలేరు, బికాజ్ యూ ఆర్ హ్యావింగ్ డౌట్ ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్. సో మీకు తెలిసినప్పుడు దాన్ని చెప్పగలగాలి, అదే కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ అంటారు. దట్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ ఎనర్జీ. సో మీరు అంత నాకు బాగుండదు అని చెప్తే యూ విల్ ఫీల్ ఇట్. నాకు ఓపెన్ గా మాట్లాడడం ఇష్టం అసలు. సో యూ ఆర్ అనేబుల్ టు బేర్ ఇట్ వెన్ ఐ స్పీక్ దట్ అబౌట్ యువర్ టాలెంట్. సో కమ్ టు ద పాయింట్. డెల్ ఆపరేటర్ హియర్. See how many syntaxes I said. Removes the object whose physical memory space is collected by what? Garbage collector. ఎప్పుడో రాసి పెట్టాను అక్కడ. మీరు డెల్ డెల్ డెల్. ఇఫ్ యూ సే లైక్ దట్ యు ఆర్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్డర్ ఓన్లీ. సో దిస్ ఈస్ నాట్ ద వే. కాలేజీలో అట్లే చెప్తారు వైవా. ఇన్ కాలేజెస్ దే విల్ టెల్ వైవా లైక్ దట్ సంథింగ్ అట్లా చెప్పి చెప్పకుండా. పర్సన్ లైక్ మీ దే విల్ ఆస్క్ దట్ ఓన్లీ. వాట్ ఇస్ దట్, వాట్ ఇస్ దట్, వాట్ ఇస్ దట్. సో యూ విల్ గెట్ టెన్షన్. హి ఈస్ డూయింగ్ సంథింగ్, యూ వాంట్ టు లాక్ ఇట్. Actually, if I'm in college now, total college will shake. Total fail. One semester I'll completely fail. Next sem, whatever is happening, one day CM, total fail. No problem. Once they fail, they will realize, they will tell to many people. So something must be there, students. So by passing, what you will do? So DE1 is equal to like this. So say what now? Del EO1, del EO1, del EO2, del EO2, EO2, del EO3, del EO3, EO3. What is the operator I'm using? Del. This is also one more condition for what? Forceful garbage collection only. So let us run this now. Let us run this now. Go to the place, 6 p.m. Same here. Oops also. Destructor here. Same thing. Coming to this place. Here I'm going to enter into this. Py. See the same answer. Destructor also is equal to none. One more is what? Del operator. Same thing. None. So I am from parameters constructor, no longer interested. Same thing like this. How many conditions are there to make my garbage collector to collect forcefully? 2. One is equal to none. One more is a del of object time. That is called what? Forceful garbage collection. Is it necessary to forceful? You use that. If you want automatic, at the end you write it. First of all, is it necessary to write destructor or not? Necessary or not necessary? Not necessary. But I can write inside. So inside of the online students, did you understand this technique? Did you understand this technique? Destructor technique. How many objects I created? 3 objects. 3 objects. How many times destructor was called? 3 times. Clear up? Knowledge is clear. How many types of garbage collection is calling? 2. One is automatic garbage collection, forceful garbage collection. What are the conditions for forceful? Object is equal to none. Tell object name. Speak out. Need to speak. Not like that. Need to speak out. When you speak out, tomorrow if you go to company, you can speak out. Otherwise, problem now. You have to speak out. Now, coming to the point back, I will go to program execution ended. Now I'll go to automatic garbage collection, forceful garbage collection. Now I'm entering into one more technique I want to say. What questions I will ask when you come to an interview? You feel that you know put in garbage collection. Now I will ask this question. Answer my question. Ultimate. Now come to the point back. Here I'm going to say. See students, others. This is called complete knowledge. Java also same. Java also same. And in Java level, I used to ask that question when the student is coming to an interview. And they used to feel very difficult. Very directly, most of them said, sir, I don't know garbage collector programming. But we don't consider that answers as a correct answers are wrong. Because we don't write destructor in the programming. But we will test your knowledge, how the program flow is there or not. Okay, now coming to the point of it, I'll remove this entire things. Okay, be careful. Be careful, mom. Everybody must understand. EO1, now I'm writing. EO2 is equal to EO1. EO3 is equal to EO1. What is this line number 16 is called? EO2 is equal to EO1 is called what? Deep copy. Deep copy. This is also called what? Deep copy. Deep copy. How many objects are there with me? How many objects? How many objects? How many? 3 or 1? 3. Right imposition. 3 names are there pointing to same address. Already beginning days. Deep copy contains same address. One address pointed by how many objects? 3 objects. Now tell me, garbage collector calls 3 times or 1 time? 1 time or 3 times? 1 time only it will call. Why? 1 time memory space only created. What is my question in interview? If multiple objects are pointing in deep copy, how many times garbage collector will call in that program? There are 3 objects participating in deep copy, including original copy. How many times the destructor calls the destructor called by GC? 1 time only. Why? 1 time memory space only created, not 3 times. I'll copy that, I'll carry that. Why? I will print it. You are having, if you want, ID1 of that, ID of EO2, ID of what? EO3. EO3, I'm just writing like that. Just for your knowledge, I'm just showing like that. See students, go to the place. Here I'm going to write it. Functions here. Go to this. Oops here. Destructor here. Execute 5.py. 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 Save that. It is 5.py. Run this now. Try to run this now. Execute. Py, see students, not like that. Py, 5 or 4 or 5, 5. See that all IDs will be same or not? All IDs are what? Same. How many times this is executed? One time only. Why one time? Though there are 3 objects, not going to happen. Now I'm going to give you one clarity in the coding level. So one clarity in the coding level. Come to this place. After that, I'll carry as it is here. As it is here. Go to that place. Here I will paste it. 3 objects participate. No longer interested to maintain EO1 object memory space. Time dot sleep. Del EO1 or EO1 is equal to none. GC calls forceful garbage collector or not. Will call or will not call. Will it call or will not call? Will it call or will not call? Will call. Wrong answer. Will not call. Why? To the same memory space who is still pointing? EO2, EO3 still pointing or not? Example. This example. You went to international airport. You went to international airport. You found a bag. You found a bag. In that bag, 1 kg of gold you found. 1 kg of gold you found. How many people found? 3 friends found. EO1, EO2, EO3. EO1, EO2, EO3. 3 people found. 3 friends. All of them look at that bag. They found inside some gold is there. What is the bag? 1 more than 1 1. That is called memory space bag. So EO1 first looked at that bag. Later EO2 and EO3 helping to that person. And EO1, both all 3 objects are pointing to the same space. EO1 said that we are just watching this bag from 1 hour. They kept that bag with them. EO1 feeling some small headache. He went to some small away and he said to these 2 friends, you watch this bag. Because thief is ready. Thief is ready there. Thief is ready. So I went to just quite away from here. I will take a cup of tea and I will come back. So who went away? EO1. Who is pointing still to your object? EO2, EO3. Will the thief will come and take away the bag? No. This is called what here? GC. Will GC will come and collect away? No. Who is waiting there? EO2, EO3 still waiting. Next, second person also said, I'm also feeling little. He went to that. He went to other place. He is taking a cup of tea. He went for some smoking. He went for some smoke. Some people will have a habit of that. He went there and so he is taking, because in Amirpet you are seeing when the class is over, one side there is a cup of tea is available. Another side there is one fire engine will be there. Fire engine. Both of them taking. How dangerous the smoke is, you can't imagine. And both of them mixing inside. That is called what? Forceful garbage collection route is creating. That is very dangerous. And even some students will have that habit. And some students used to come and ask a doubt. 11 o'clock. Those kind of students will have the doubt. They'll have a breakfast and taking a cup of tea and having everything. They will come and they will ask the doubt with the cigarette completed and with that. And the moment they come here, half kilometer onward, that smell will come. I said, come after stopping this fire engine, I used to say. Then they will understand slowly. All good habits must be there. Okay, taking cup of tea is also not correct, but not that much harm. Okay, then they will, by seeing them now, they are thinking somewhere. And I'm seeing when I'm coming and going, I'm watching them. These tea stalls are so busy people. And adjacent to that, this person is also there. Both these people are called what? Ready for making these people destroy. So finally, what is happening? Here, what is happening? This E went out. And who is pointing? EO3 is pointing. He will not come and collect away. And he felt little in. These few people went. Why I should wait it? He also went there. He is taking coconut water. Then what is happening? Nobody is pointing to the bag. Removed immediately. So unreferenced object collected immediately. So tell me, is a GC collects? Is del EO1? Will the GC will collect? Come on. No. So next is called what? Raja, from Raja. Nice example, sir. Don't tell this example in interview. Because you are not understanding technical. So I have to take you general knowledge. General knowledge example you should not tell in interviews. Because if you tell general knowledge example, they will think that you are not a good person. Because as a teacher, I should tell that. That is only acting as a gum to put my poster. Poster is another subject. I need to give some small awareness. Okay, now? Right. Tell EO1, GC will not call destructor forcefully. Destructor forcefully because still EO2 and what? EO2 and what? EO3 pointing to memory space, pointing to object. Similarly, even if I write it EO2, del of that, now I'm writing here. GC will not call destructor forcefully, will not call. Because what is pointing? EO3 is pointing to what? Object. EO3 del EO3. That time GC called destructor. Because no object pointing. Because no object, no more objects. No more means again students will be good in English. Because objects are not pointing to object. When I wrote 1 year or 2 years back, no more objects pointing. He came and reading. Number of objects pointing. People are different. Number of objects are pointing. He's a very dangerous guy. By looking at that guy, is my notes is problem or this guy is problem? So that's why to give problem. That's why. because objects are not pointing to whom? Not pointing to object memory space. That's why it will be called. Last part it will be called. So see this, run this example. Run this example, students. Run this now. Run this. Now see. No more, no garbage collector will call. No more garbage collector. Next is called what? EO2. EO2. Coming to this place, no longer interested to maintain EO2 object. Last one it is calling. Are you following me? Program execution ended. What happens? GC call 2 times, huh? Which program I am calling first of all? GC5. What is this? GC5. 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 Del EO1. Del EO1. No longer calling. Not calling. No longer calling. Here, second object. GC call. EO3. Where is that? EO1. EO2. EO1. EO. Del EO1. Del EO2. Del EO3. So where it is supposed to call? Okay. Here I created. Actually here only created. That's correct. According to that it is correct. So don't try to write it. This one. This object you don't write it. Why? Here I'm going to write it. No longer interested to call. This will not be calling. You don't create this object physically. Because this is not affecting. Are you following? This is not affecting. It is no longer interested to call. Not calling. Here also. Del. Only del I'm talking. GC will not call. This point you remove. This point you remove. Since I copied now, that's why that problem is coming. I hope I'm not confusing you. Clear up? Well, online students, I'm not confusing you. Coming to this place. So, Harish is asking, sir, how you get these real-time examples? So if I tell, actually, the project, actual project, you'll get to wonder. Such a easiest parts will be there in real time. But getting job is a breaking point. Once you get through, that is very simple. You will do it. Well, whatever we did with the Java, oops, same thing with the Python, oops, also in AI, they are calling same to same. So how many times it is calling? How many times it is calling? One time only. So maybe Harish Patil is asking that gold bag and all. If you go on thinking about students, how easily I will present my subject to the students, if you think on that only, you will get automatically the presentation skills, you will get it. If you think in a commercial point of view, you cannot present these examples. So that is how you can go for this. Are you following, students? This is what you are supposed to understand. Deep copy objects are pointing. Garbage collection one time only. This is one thing. Clear or not clear? Clear. Any doubts? Any doubts? No doubts. No doubts. Okay. Now I have a doubt. How do you know that garbage collector is there or not? Or garbage collector is running or not? Here you are understanding destructor called by GC. You have seen DEL written, DEL part written, memory space destruction, memory space subtraction. You have printed 144, 96, 96 and 98. 98, next to 48, like that. Something 144, 96 and 98, that is not important. After that, 0, like that we have done. Correct. Since DEL is executed, how I know that the GC is running? Correct or not? Del is written. Because inside the del you have written some piece of code, executed. How you know that GC is running? We are surviving by taking what inside? Oxygen. Oxygen, correct. Air, adi kaadu. Oxygen. You're a professional. Oxygen, O2. O2, na? O2. Where is O2? Can you see? No. Then how do you prove that air is there or not? Close the person nose for 20 minutes. Then air is there or not, they will come to know. Correct or not? So, but it is practically we should not do it. But garbage collector is concerned, we can find out. Correct or not? So come to the point of it. I am going to show you the example. Online students, are you following me? Because why that example I said? Because when I said where is the air, already offline students are thinking, it's a great question. You are looking like an exclamation. That's why I said. Now I'm going to say how whether GC is running or not. I want to write the code for it. Is it clear? GC related clear? Well, students, I'm going to the next one. Another example I want to take up. GC related I'm going to talk in the classroom. Go to the place. Of course, it is not necessary at all. GC example 1.py. Program execution started. Program execution started. Again, I'll go to my examples. Be careful. Program execution started. A10, B20, C is equal to A plus B. C is equal to A plus B. Let it be. Value of A is equal to comma A. Value of B. Value of B is equal to comma B. And I'm writing sum is equal to comma V. Comma V I am writing. Program execution ended. Program execution ended. Everybody is saying that garbage collector is running inside. Correct or not? You also say, yes sir, you are saying. But if I am a student, I'll ask to teacher. Compulsory. Where is the garbage collector is running? Is it running? Is it running? You'll say yes, because sir said that. But when you go to an interview, I will not accept it. You show me, write a code and show me, I will say. That time what you will say? That time you have to go to an interview with all possibilities. Even if I don't write that out, you don't know now. So that's why I have to go for this point here. The moment when program execution is over, whether garbage collector running or not, I want to check before the statement only. Print of is GC running, is GC running, is GC running. There is a function module called what? Import GC, GC dot is enabled, is enabled, is enabled. Easy for you. Enabling means what? Allowed to click. Disable means what? Not functioning. Not functioning. Enabling means it is I'm asking to PVM. PVM, tell me is GC running or not? It is saying you call a function called what? Enabling is enabled. If it returns true, it is running. If it is returning false, it is not running. Are you following that? So, is enabled returns what? True in the case of running. If it is not running, it returns what? False. So let us run. I'll run this example, first one. See that now. Save this code under the same place. Online students, carefully try to follow. Here I am running. PY. See students, I'm writing. What is the first answer here? Tell me the first answer here. Come on. True. GC running is called what? True. True means what? It is running. Okay, now. Right. You may ask a question. Sir, can I stop my GC? Yes, you can. See students, I'm writing. To stop my GC, disable, disable, GC dot disable. The moment when I say disable, it stops running. I will call, here I will write it. After printing B, is GC running after disable. See students, I'm writing here, is GC, /T, especially I wrote it. Come on here, is GC running after disable. Beginning what? That means by default GC is running behind of my program or not? Yes, false. Now I will go to what? I want to make it GC dot enable. Enable. See how Python is simple. Python contains already so many functions. Learning Python is nothing but learning about functions which are present in modules. Same AI you learn, ML you learn, DL you learn, anywhere else if you write it. Functions only, modules only you need to take care. After that, what I am doing, you enable it and print this immediately here. What is that? Is GC running after what? Which function? Enable function, which will print what? True. It is printing true. False. Beginning what? So is GC running or not? Running or not running? Running. Any doubt about it? Any doubt? No. No doubt, right? It means you can enable, you can disable. Okay. Online students, up to here, it is clear. What is the module name you got it? GC. What are the functions? 3 functions. What are the 3 functions? Is enabled of, disable of, enable of. These are the functions present in where? GC module. GC module. Correct? Well, students, go back to destructor example 2.py. Memory space example I am coming. I am linking this destructor, GC module, everything. And I am asking one beautiful question. Final touch to the destructor. Excellent example. So I am going to take up. You said no doubt, no? That's why. GC example 2. GC example 2.py. So coming to that, here I am writing, written. Now be careful. Here I am writing, program execution started. Now I am asking, is GC running? I am asking, is GC running? Here I am asking, is GC running? Print off something like this. Printing like this. So here I want to say, so here I am going to write it, GC running. This is running. Okay. Then after that, program execution started. Objects created. Program execution started. Here I said, after this object created, GC dot import, what is this now? GC dot, what is this now? Disable off. Once you disable off, what will happen? You are calling once again what? Enabled. What is the answer printed here? False. False means running or not running? Not running. Total memory space is how much? 144. Program execution ended. Then GC is supposed to call the memory space calculation or not? Will it call or not? You said what? Disable. ABLE. Disabled it. Disable or not? Once you disable it, stops running stops. Once my program execution is over, is the GC calls my destructor or not? First of all, did you understand my questioning? Tell me. Will it call or will not call? Once you stop it, will it call? How? You called GC is disable or not? You disabled it. What is the answer printing? False. False means running or not running? Not running. When it is calling, will it call or not? Call. How? Forcefully. Guessing different. With answer determination is different. You are saying just like that, or you are just saying guessing and saying applying subject and saying answer? Applying subject. Which subject you applied? Huh? Will call. But I disabled it now. End of the program. So automatically, by seeing this, you are deciding automatic garbage collection. Who will enable that? Huh? PVM calls what? Constructor. PVM calls GC. Then so answer is it will call. అని మీరు నేను కరెక్ట్ చెప్పిన ఇట్లా ఇట్లా అనుకోకూడదు. ఇట్లా అనుకోకూడదు. You should not say caller like this. You have to say it will call because as on today in 3.x version, GC is not in the control of the programmer, not in the control of the PVM. It is in the control of OS. OS is going to see if you disable it in the big projects. If you take it, my project is containing 1000 files are there. In every file, some objects you are creating. When you disable like that, my memory is becoming exceeding the memory space of main memory may exceed it. At time my system project will hang or not. What it will do? OS will check it. First of all, you should not disable it. In 3.x, what they did, in 2.x, this problem is faced. If you disable it, after disabling, if you try to call, the total memory space is still remaining in the memory only. At times, system hanging problems used to come. In 3.x, they disabled it. Disabled in the sense, by mistake, if any programmer disabled it, OS is not under the control of the programmer. Though you are disabling, underlying OS will enable it when the program execution ended. When the program execution ended. Your answer is correct, but the reason is also important. So now I'm going to show you all the online students. I hope that you understand my point. So save this code, coming to the point back, execute it. Py, I'm going to take up, see that now it is called true, it is called GC running false. Now it is going to be seeing that the end of it. Though it is a false, it is not under the control of what? Not under the control of the programmer. Under program controller, GC is not there. It is under the control of what? Underlying OS. Are you following that? So don't tell garbage collector calls the PVM or something else. PVM different. The underlying OS will invoke that GC even though you disable it. Are you following me? Right. Online students, you are understanding. I'll show you the concept. Is it clear? Now go to the place. Now I'll show you a small concept of what? Destructor. I'll go to that. Oops, you go. Destructor here. Nodes, I will open it. Come on, read out fast. We know that garbage collector is one of the built-in program which is running behind of every Python program, whose role is to collect unused memory space and improve the performance of Python-based application. Every garbage collector program internally calling its own destructor function. The destructor function name in Python is def __del __ of self. Read out. By default, a destructor always called a garbage collector when the program execution completed for deallocating the memory space of objects which are used in that program, whereas the constructor called by PVM implicitly during object creation for initializing the object. Next, when the program execution completed, GC calls its own destructor to deallocate the memory space of object present in the program, and it is called automatic garbage collection. Hence, we have three programming conditions for calling GC to make the garbage collector to call destructor. A, automatically GC called destructor when the program execution called, calling automatic garbage collection. Makes object reference none, calling forceful garbage collection. Object is equal to none. Delete the object by using del operator for calling forceful garbage collection. Syntax del obj name. Syntax del __ del self. No need to write destructor in a class of Python because GC contains its own destructor. Okay. Next, garbage collector. How simple it is. Garbage collector contains a predefined model called GC. GC contains the following: enable, disable, is enabled 3. GC is not under the control of programmer, but is always maintained and managed by OS and PVM. So note, programmer need not to write a destructor method or function and need not to deal with the garbage collection process by using GC model, because the PVM and OS takes care about automatic garbage collection process by automatic enabling of GC. This is important. This question will ask in the interview point of view. If they ask, you have to say, sir, wait, I will write a code you write and show. Any question asking, you write a code and say. But you cannot write the code because you don't practice, because you have 1000 and works outside. If I go to an interview, I'll write a code and I'll explain. First time when I faced an interview in iGate MNC Global in Java, I kept one fake project. At the student time only, I kept 3 projects. Total 3 are fake only. Academic level project are like a tomatoes will buy in Amirpet, something like that. I kept some fake project. One senior is there. I asked him what to do. He said, I will give one description. You keep the description in the project. They will ask you that you explain the flow clearly and you know coding now, you explain through coding, little bit you speak the coding, they will say good. So first round, second round, in third round, project round, they asked, explain about your project. I said, I did this, that, to this, etc. I said, actually, I did not do, but we know coding. This one I did like that. Whatever I'm strong in that area, I'm strong. I explained that. And the person who has taken an interview, whose name is still I'm remembering, Ajit Gupta, he was a technical team lead at the time. He don't know servlets, Java servlets. He don't know. Whatever I'm explaining is saying good, good, good. He's saying he's a project team lead. Team lead means they are just monitoring the team and seeing the issues. So he appreciated me. Actually, I'm explaining concept with coding, problem coding, but subject is required. To answer the project with coding, subject knowledge is required. He said, good, 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 he said. So after I went there, Chennai first, it is in Chennai first, later it is available many places. So after I went there, he put me in his team only. Especially he put me in his team only because he felt that, servlets well and doing good coding. Really, I was there in his team. I found out he said virtually to me one day, I don't know servlets, JSP, during your interview time, whatever you are explaining, just blindly I heard about what you are saying. I like your flow of statements, what you said. I strongly believe that you have done this project, he said. Strongly believed. Actually, I did not do. I did not see the face of that project also. But I explained with coding. That skill is required. Mapping skill is required. Mapping skill, dummy, no. Reality required. Even if that code is gone, I will do. Later, they assigned some tax related project. I did. And I used to. Even though some other people are getting issues, team lead has to solve it. And I only used to help him in that way. He also helped me a lot in hikes and all those things. He helped me a lot. If everybody 6 months, one hike is coming, I used to get 3 months, one hike I used to get it. So really nice guy. And he was there. He was there for a long time. And he also took he was there 18 years in that company. He took like me after 20 years. He also took because of various time schedule and all. He took like that. So projects mapping is important. Once you have project knowledge, you will do very easily the coding. Understand? So college level knowledge is different. This type of coding knowledge is different. So that's what I'm saying for you people. This completes what concept? Destructor, importance and purpose of destructor, syntax for defining destructor, internal flow of destructor, relations between destructor and garbage collector, GC module, programming examples. The total Java is with collections. Collections is there. Collections, if you know very well, you will just play like anything in interviews. In some places, array list, linked list. How linked list working also they don't know. So, their talent and all we cannot criticize. But only thing is you require quality. Like our sets list, how Python is available. There are Python collections, Java collections different. But you leave it. And tomorrow I'll go for what? Encapsulation and then what? Abstraction I will enter into tomorrow. That is, see, last Monday, start in oops. Make date go to subject in the camera. So you don't remember anything. Will you remember your house route at least? I doubt it. So map it. So come to the point back here. Oops. If we go to the place, what I want to say, last Monday only started. Something went off. Related to object. Tomorrow I'll show the object because after constructors I want to tell. Time also last class over. Object also I'll show. And the destructor and this part also. I want to show this part. In the oops, when you come to the classes, syntax of a class you see that syntax. Inside the class what we are writing? Data members, methods, class level method, static method, constructor, and destructor. Inside the class, what is present? This many, this one, this one. If I go to a class, academics class is a collection of objects. Blunder or not? What is the class? 1 week onwards, I'm making you to create that knowledge. Class is a collection of data members, methods, constructors, and destructor. If I go to an interview, I'll give more strongly. Class is a collection of instance data member, class level data member, instance method, class level method, static method, default constructor, parameterized constructor, destructor. Then interviewer will shock. When he says detailed definition, definitely is a good student. You have to prove by yourself you are a good student. So, Monica, sir, please give some of the important questions. I never give any important questions because it is not an academic exam. You read my complete notes, you will get complete. See, I don't mind to give you important questions. If I give, suppose 100 important questions, what you will do? In one day night or next day night, you will verify the total answers. You will go to interview. Then what you will do? You will go to interview. When you go to an interview, what will happen? If that questions are not coming, what you will do? Sir has given a questions, not coming. Finally, what you will say? You will feel bad on me or not? I used to say day one, every question is from my notes. I am looking for your great career. I am not looking for a short span of time, benefits I am not talking. So, in academics, your sir may give important questions because they don't teach the subject. Because I teach everything, read my notes. Every question is from my notes, no doubt in that. That's why I am saying this thing. Okay now? Fine. So tomorrow, For practicing, I already uploaded some questions.